They are going to interrogate you. If there's any technicality they can find, they will try to write you up. I was guilty until I could prove my innocence to him.
There's no question that Tom Manuel's property is private. This is his gate. This is his no trespassing sign. And this is the fence that runs around his land. But Tom recently found out that the government of Louisiana doesn't think much of his property and privacy.
This past December, there were game wardens that came on our property on 2 separate occasions without permission, without a warrant, and to my knowledge, without any reason.
The second time wardens showed up, Tom asked them how they could come onto his land without clear cause or invitation.
Hey. Hi, I'm Tom Manuel. I'm videotaping y'all, okay? Well, that's my land that y'all are on. This is the second time in a week and a half. What was your reason for coming on my land?
It is known hunting property.
How? What makes it known hunting property?
During the hunting season, there is regular in and out traffic, vehicle traffic in and out of there. It is known for hunting.
It's a wooded area.
I'm a forester. During the entire year, there's regular traffic in and out of here. And I don't think an open gate gives you any probable cause for coming on somebody's land.
Well,
according to the 4th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution.
That's fine. You can take that up with Captain Will Roberts, Region 7 Captain.
I questioned them on their authority. Why were they on my property and what gave them that right? And they told me that the mere fact that I was hunting was probable cause enough for them. They didn't know I was hunting, but that's what they told me.
Under a century-old U.S. Supreme Court rule called the Open Fields Doctrine, the Fourth Amendment's protections against unreasonable searches do not apply to land. The agents are trained to follow that doctrine, to trespass in order to enforce hunting laws.
They were familiar with my property. They knew which roads we use, which roads we don't use, which gates we tend to use more frequently than others, where we park. They said, oh, it's well known. Agents for years have known that this is a hunting property with a lot of traffic in and out. It just didn't make a whole lot of sense. The Fourth Amendment says one thing, and the Open Fields Doctrine says something that seemingly is totally contrary, and yet the Open Fields Doctrine is the law of the land these days. And so, yeah, it definitely seems un-American to me.
This land is more than just a hunting ground for Tom. It's where he took his kids to play in nature as they grew up. It's where he takes quiet walks with his wife today. And it's where, as a forester by trade, he grows and harvests timber for income.
We manage it for hunting, timber, recreation. That would include camping, family get-togethers with friends. It means a whole lot to us that it's close to the house and we're able to enjoy it as a family and enjoy it with friends. It's a special place to us.
The Open Fields Doctrine has been used by government officials to dress in camouflage and sneak around farms and fields, to place government cameras on private property, and even to steal a camera from a private backyard.
Just definitely one of the pillars of the United States. That's just like the right to free speech, the right to worship, the right to keep and bear arms. We also have the right to our possessions, and for those possessions not to be just searched at random by government agencies.
The Supreme Court has ruled that Tom's rights are not protected by the U.S. Constitution. But Louisiana's Constitution is broader, expressly protecting all property from unreasonable searches and invasions of privacy. Land is property.
My state has a constitution that protects landowners in their possessions, and yet my state also has an agency that's training and equipping and arming people to go out and ignore the Constitution.
Right now, more than 95% of private land in Louisiana is unprotected from unreasonable searches. Government officials just walk right on whenever they please. Tom is suing to change that.
So I'm filing this lawsuit not just for my land, but really for all private property users in the state of Louisiana. I'm definitely not against hunting regulations. I'm a biologist, I'm a land manager, a wildlife manager, and I know that we need regulations. What I am is pro-Constitution, and I'm pro-private property rights. And I disagree that wardens need to be able to trample on people's rights in order to do their job. It does make you feel like people are watching you a little bit. I don't think that's a feeling that a law-abiding citizen should have when they're on their private land.